Yeah.
We look like we on ESPN, man. What's up with y'all, bro?
Not much, man. Not much, man. Enjoying this day.
How did the day start off for you, Preach?
Man, I had to rest today, bro. So I did something that I can't tell you the last time I did it. I didn't get out the bed till 10 o'clock.
Whoa, you
Yeah.
heard that,
That,
B?
Listen, I got out of bed about 1:30, bro.
yeah, man.
One
Totally
thirty,
un
man.
yeah.
Gangster, gangster.
Listen, I'm laying there, right? Listen, this is crazy. I'm laying there and I got my pillow propped up just the right way. I got my head right. And then my wife came and she leaned
Mm,
over and put her head on my chest. And when she
mm.
put her head on my chest, right, she took the other hand and she was rubbing my stomach. And I'm sitting
Oh,
over
it's a
here
wrap.
like, yo,
It's a
next thing I
wrap.
knew, I caught myself like, you
Hey,
know what I
bro.
mean?
Dozing off. Dozing off like a mug. That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Hey, so I'm curious, like, so when you have those mornings where it's not like a 4:30 morning, how do you feel mentally as a man? Like, do you I don't want to throw words out there that's actually gonna like trigger something, but like how are you feeling as far as like dang, how can I put it to get the answer I want out of you guys? Um, like is are you feeling like you're lazy, not doing nothing, missing out on something? Like, what's the emotions going through your head after the relaxing point of the morning? Like, do sometimes you feel like you're anxious? Explain it to me.
No, right now, bruh. No. Because when I do it, I deserve it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
I'm not it's not like I'm every day, let me jump up at 1:30 in the afternoon. Nah. When I do it, man, that's I like to shut down before my body shuts me down, right? Because when my body shuts me down, that hurts. So
Ooh.
when I take the time to do it, I don't feel guilty, man. I'm like, yo, the bills are paid. You know what I'm saying? My kids happy, my wife's happy. Like, yo, right now, I got to shut the world off so I can give my wife and myself that personal, private, the hell with the world time.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about you,
man.
Preach?
Today was one of them days I needed to. Um,
Mm.
it was one of those like, dude, stop. Just stop so you can think, you can process. Like P just said, man, before your body shut it down for you. And I'm aware that I still didn't rest like I needed to today. So, but I had to shut it down today. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy
Dang.
you said that, Preach, because when we got up, right, my wife said to me, she was like, yeah, so what you she was like, are you all right? Because I know you don't like to just lay up and do nothing. I said,
Mm.
Right.
listen, I'm mad. I'm mad we had to run to the bank. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm mad
Right.
we had to run out to the bank. So what I did is, and I told her, I said, listen, immediately I started to think, what could I put in place so on my rest days I never have to worry about this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I still felt like I was forced to get up because I wasn't ready to get up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, nah,
Yeah.
I want to put something in place to make sure I don't have that problem.
I feel you. I had to get up and run a couple of errands, and then I went and spent some time with the kids. But I get it, you know. But no, man. Today I had to have it, man. I had to have it today.
Gotta
Yeah.
do it. Well, hey, yo, with that said, welcome to the triple threat. Man, we got creators, we got leaders, and we got sellers. We got something to talk about. So, y'all hear how that morning's going, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, look it. I have those mornings sometimes, but I don't know. I'm a early bird. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just the energy of me. I guess that's from the creator's standpoint because I'm thinking like, yo, what can I create today? What can I create today? So my mind is
Right.
like, hey, yo, 5:30, let's get to this gym real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I'm listening to a sermon. That's for sure. I mean, hey, I ain't gonna cap on the dude. Hey, I still love the dude. Hey, so T Titus, that boy can. Hey, sometimes his messages hit. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, every once in a while, ET got a message that resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but regardless of who's actually giving the message, like I get so much out of that time, and then when I come back, I come right into it. But I do have those days. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because I'm always thinking of like, what can I create next? I be like, dang man, I wasted 5 hours. Like I could have got this done, filmed this, helped this person, did that. I don't know. It's just me. I have a different attitude when it comes to that. But what's up? We got my man Pierre in the building. We got Preech in the building, and this is the triple threat. So first, I want to actually allow you guys to introduce yourself because this is our first episode. You know what I'm saying? And I want actually to give y'all some time to introduce yourself because y'all know me. So I want y'all to talk. Who's gonna go first?
I go first, man. My name is Preech.
Let's go.
I'm a perfectionist who likes to lead others in a unique way towards their victory or their line of resistance. And so, man, we do that with a different amount of strategies. I like to call myself a disruptive divergent. We're gonna disrupt your pattern and create a new one that'll make your existing ones non-existent. So that's how we do it.
And I got my man P. What's up, P?
What's good with y'all, man? Pierre Evans. And my thing is, man, I love to bridge the gap between the old you and the new you so that you can create the winning results that you're looking for and get that life that you desire, right? Just like you was just saying, sometimes you lay down and you're like, man, you feel guilty, like you could be doing more and doing more. I used to have that feeling, but now I don't look at it like I look at I got two categories, man. Number one, we're either investing or we're spending, right? So investing our time, spending our time. And when I'm relaxing and getting that rest, man, I'm looking at that like I'm not spending, I'm investing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bridging that gap, man, between the old you and the new you to create that thing that you're looking for.
Hey,
I like that.
you know Pierre salesman.
I know, right?
I had to give a round of applause on that with the tone and everything. He was like, "Yo, and you about to get this right now." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, and y'all know me. I'm a creative genius. You know what I'm saying? In my own respect, I just got to take that because I got the dopest compliment from a person. Where is he from? He's from Germany, and I was doing an event in Florida. And he was like, yo, I never seen a master at work. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, bro, how did you actually create the recap of the day before the day was over with? He was like, when Michelangelo painted, like when he did the sculpture, they asked him, like, how did you do that? And he was like, I literally just tipped at what I seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally tipped away at it. I already had seen it in the first place. So like, that's me. I'm a creative genius. And this week, what I've really been focusing on and what I find is important for entrepreneurs is to find out their true reason why they're creating content and to understand that they're actually creating breadcrumbs to lead people to the true service of what they actually provide. And that's just my purpose and my mission with content creation. So that's me. And this is the Triple Threat Podcast. So, hey, yo, I want to talk to y'all about, like, how did you initially kind of, like, walk into your space and what were some of your journeys that you went through to become who we actually introduced ourselves to be? And anybody can take it. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's talk.
Listen, I was trying to juice my lips. I said, Preach going to jump in while I'm juicing, but
hey, pause, bro. Where is Dave Dash when you need him, bro?
Hey.
I know what sound I'm adding next week because we ain't juicing no lips on three men in the podcast.
Hey, I didn't even want to repeat that. I couldn't even repeat that.
Listen, man, I'm comfortable, bro. I'm telling you what I was doing. You asked, I'm telling you what the delay was.
We understand, but I just as a grown man can't say, yeah, P was over there juicing his lips.
Hey, what was y'all doing the podcast? Hey, I was watching P juice his lips, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, man, what's wrong with y'all? I forgot what the question was now, Quan.
He was juicing his lips, Q.
Obviously, we need to get a sponsorship already for Juicy Lips. So anybody that's watching, you know what I'm saying? If you got my boy P, he's a salesman. He can sell anything,
juicy lips,
including Juicy Lips, bro. My God.
Hey, if this is what I ain't messing with y'all today, I'm gonna be quiet. But hey, ask your question, man. We're gonna move on with this. Ask your question. Preach you first.
I even forgot the question.
My lips ain't juice.
Pause. Listen, what y'all doing?
It's either that or I'm gonna look like Pookie. I don't want to be like Pookie, right?
Hey.
You know what? I'm done. Hey, Quan, what's your question, man?
Yeah, what's your question? Reset the question.
Hey, It's a triple threat podcast, and I don't know if y'all actually getting any value yet, but hopefully y'all laughing with us because I mean I think that's also an important piece to actually share in a moment. I actually heard this today. Like the most important moment that you can share with a person is laughter, because like it's the the transition of energy and stuff like that. So let's dive into the question: like, what got us here? How do we get to the place that we are now? And as Preach, as a person that's actually transforming people's lives, and as Pierre, you're actually helping salesmen find themselves, really, because I mean, it's all about the confidence. And when you actually even spoke about who you are, you can hear the confidence come through. So I'm pretty sure if you transfer that to other people, it's a journey to how you've gotten there. So Preach, man, how do we get to this place where we are now through all the transformations and journeys that we went through?
Man, I think it's a lifelong journey, right? We got plenty time to tell the stories, but I was just a firm believer growing up that my current situation didn't define who I was, right?
Mm,
I had a vision and I had an image of the future version of myself, even though it contradicted my current situation at that time.
yep.
I just didn't know how to get there, and I didn't have the guidance on how to get there. And so a lot of trials, tribulations, and all that led me to a certain point. And so, man, I just have this passion of wanting to reach back and give back to people what I didn't have. One of the things they say, even as me as a father, man, either you're gonna be the father you had or you're gonna be the one you needed. And
Mm,
so I want to be that leader that you needed, right? I want to be that influencer that you needed. I want to be that spiritual advisor that you needed. And so, man, that's what drives me every day. That's what gets me up at 4:35 in the morning to get my mindset, my mind clear, and be intentional about my day. And just like I said when we first jumped on, I'm gonna take a creative and unique approach, a
mm,
divergent approach, in helping you get your breakthrough. And man, I'm driven to do it. We gonna get there. The best way I can describe it, and I'm gonna stop. I was telling somebody today, is my drive to do what I do is like Michael Jordan on the court.
mm,
Like you're not gonna lose. We going all in, and I need people on my team that's gonna go all in. I don't know any other way. And watch this. It's hard for me to coach that if you don't
mm,
have it. Like you got, I don't see how you can be doing something and not have that drive. Like if you're gonna do it, you need to have that drive.
mm,
And when I look at you two, you guys got that drive, right? It's like you can't, like Pierre, just it just comes out. He's a salesman. It just comes out. So Q, what you see, and ever since I met you, man, what you see and how you do it, how you produce, and how you'll take something you've seen and produce something, it's just in you. It's a drive. It don't stop. And so, man, yeah, that's it right there. That's it.
mm. Man, I don't want to move in from that because as you were speaking, like I know you help people like find their drive. Like, what do you how do you why do you think that's lacking in today's time? Because I see a lot of people just trying to take the easy route, like, or not really knowing their purpose or direction that they're going to, so they don't even have even a drive in the beginning. Like, what do you think? Why do you think that's lacking in today's time?
I think it's lacking because people don't really tell the story. All we see is the amount of money they have now and what they have now. And nobody really want to be vulnerable to tell how dirty it got or how dirty it really.
Mm,
So everybody want to just look like this polished person on the front, you know, but they don't want to expose the dirt. Watch this, what took them to get there and probably the dirt that's still going on every day. And
mm,
so I'm a firm believer, man, that you got to be vulnerable. It's in the details. It's in the dirt. It's the dirt that made me. It's the
man.
dirt, man. And I always tell people where I'm from, and I say that's my dirt. If you from my hood, if you from my neighborhood, oh, you from my dirt, and that's just how I see it. Or if we have a similar background, oh, we from the same dirt. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
reminder, it's to stay humbling, but it's also to let people know that as a preacher, and I say it this way, they call what a preacher preach a pulpit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said they call it a pulpit because the preacher should have one foot in the pit and then one foot in the solution. So he can reach down in the pit and pull the people out the pit and get them to the solution that they need, the promise that they need to get them where they are. So, man, I don't never take myself too far removed from where I come from. So, what you see is what you get.
I mean, like one of the biggest things that you said, and even me in the content creation space, like I feel like people are lacking a story. Like people are tracing like viral themes and motions and even job opportunities. They chasing stuff that actually
Right.
look good. I think a lot of us have become extreme good at consuming, and that's consuming other people's lives. That's consuming other people's socials. You know what I'm saying? Structure as far as on social media. And I think that sometimes we forget our own story and our own why. And I think a lot of people, even some of the clients that I've have currently are like confused. They're like, yo, why am I actually even doing content? And I love that I'm connected with you two individuals that's even like y'all don't even know. Like y'all help me like with like breadcrumbs. I'm thinking Preech, God, like my Omni social, you know what I'm saying, selling. I'm like, okay, yo, I'm finna sell this course to somebody. I'm finna throw out a number with confidence. I don't even know if it's going, bro. So you finna give me $500 a month? Like these are all
Right.
things that like I'm pulling from y'all every single day. You know what I'm saying, and actually like implementing it into my life like real time to actually see that it's working. I think the power that I have is that I know my why for or my reason for helping people and the story that I want to tell. And I think a lot of people's content is lacking the story because they're not
Right.
even, they need Preach. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to actually get tapped in with their story again so they can actually help themselves sell something. So man, Preach, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up with you, bro? I mean,
What's
Pete,
that?
my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was ready to say, I'm like, yo, right, bro, we need a new commentator. You know what I'm saying? We need a new host, Preach.
Your daddy,
Like my
your
man,
daddy.
like he
Juicy lips, juicy lips. My lips
see?
wasn't juicy. My lips weren't juicy, bro.
You
My
got
lips
it back
wasn't
on.
juicy.
Yeah, we were doing
My
good.
lips
I
wasn't,
I know.
my lips
Hey.
wasn't juicy, so I said Preach instead of Pierre. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't come out, bro.
They got stuck. You know what I'm saying? They got stuck. Nah, man, listen, that's a dope question, you know, like what got you here? And then real quick while I'm thinking about it, you know, when you was talking about the content and you know, people wanting to put stuff out, bro, a lot of people can't put stuff out because they're trying to put it out as someone else and not themselves, right? So when you said
They do
when
that?
you said what what got you here, it was me getting to a point, man, where I said I just want to be the real me. You know what I mean? And the real me being the guy that used to knock on all the doors in my building in the projects and say, "Hey, Miss Doris, can I take you need me to take your garbage out? Miss Audrey, you need me to take your garbage out. Miss Carolyn, you need me to take your garbage out. Miss Isom, you need me to, you know what I'm saying? And taking the garbage out and watching them with their groceries, struggling old ladies and carrying their bags upstairs. But then I go outside and I'm hanging around with the knuckleheads. So I can't be the kid taking out the garbage. You know what I'm saying? I got to be the kid that can hold his own in his projects. And you now start to create a whole nother personality. And then I go from being Pierre to being Dub and running around being reckless. And I'm like, yo, this is who I am now. And I got a lot of trauma, right? A lot of trauma in my life, a lot of frustrations, a lot of aggravations. And it's like, yo, when I do these activities, I feel better with the trauma. When I do this stuff, it don't help the trauma. So I don't want to do that right now. I want to do the stuff that's helping the trauma, even though it's creating more trauma in my life. Right. So when I finally got to the point, bro, when I say, yo, I just want to go back to the kid taking out the garbage for the old ladies. I just want to go back to the kid, man, that wants to help people, that wants to bless people, that really wants to give back, right? And Preach. I don't know if I told you this. I might have said it, but when we went through the assessment and Preach broke some things down to me, yo, do you know, bro? Like I promise you, like my eyes got watery, right? And I'll tell y'all, because sometimes men think, yo, you can't be soft. Yo, stop it. Right? Preach broke it down to me. When he broke it down, he exposed something that I knew but didn't know how to communicate. Right. So that helped to move me even further. And it really let me see like what the mission is. Like, why do I want to teach people sales? Well, I sold my first bag of weed at 10. I hustled all the way to 29 years old. Sales is all I know. Right. So for me, it's like, yo, how do I now stop trying to be someone else, create like someone else, and just be like, yo, bruh, this is who the hell I am. You know what I'm saying? If you
Right.
like me, cool. I'm gonna add value to your life, right? Messing with me is not spending, you are only investing. But I couldn't get to that point until I said, yo, stop trying to be who you think other people want you to be, or stop trying to still represent who you was and go back to who you truly was. And then boom, bro, like I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things for me, man, that really like blessed me like to a whole nother level, bro.
Bro, you when you were speaking, I'm like, when you were going through the different timelines of your life and you being providing a service, you being a salesman, like, would it be valuable if you met someone like you and you took all those periods and showed them how to connect it into one and then made them like the ultimate salesman? Because like, I don't think there's any different in skill set from the dude that I seen in Camden in the middle of the street with cops driving past selling drugs to a dude doing a funnel. You know what I'm saying? I think like the tie between those two like will make somebody an extreme salesman. I'm like, bro, you can sell anything. Like, you know, when Jay-Z said, "Let me say I could sell this," and so like, is it value? Do you still like? Are you like help like saying forget about the like your past, or are you helping them bring that into the future to make it better? Like, how does that work? If I was doing something that was similar to being a salesman back in the past?
Bro, it's all one. It's the blueprint, and that's the thing, man. Like I used to look at it and be like, "Yo, I'm just a drug dealer." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a thug in the streets running around. I go to jail any day now. Like I'm no good. I'm not worth nothing. Are you kidding me? Do you understand, bro? I done survived drought after drought. I done survived, being shot at, like my life, my freedom, like everything, and I still have it now. And everything I do right now, everything in sales is all lessons from what I went through. And so many people, what I find is when you leave them hood environments, you think you got to get rid of the hood stuff. Nah, you just got to switch the activity. You gotta no, I'm in a new environment, but the same rules apply. I just can't shoot you or punch you no more. You know what I'm saying?
So,
But other than that, bro, the same thing.
so Pete, when did it click? Like, yo, I have a skill set, I have a gift. I can do this no matter what the product is. When did that click that I don't have to use this product to still get the result that I'm looking for? You can give me anything. You can give me some shoelaces.
Mm-hmm.
When
When
did
I
that
got into the when I got into the car business, 2000 May 5th, 2012. When I got into the car business, and they said to me, they said, "Hey, all right, cool. You first day, just go out there, find somebody." Bruh, at that point, I wasn't afraid to sell, but I didn't have the confidence to talk to the white family that looked well polished, looked well educated. It was the confidence issue that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking like, yo, they ain't about to rock with this big black dude with the beard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna happen.
Wait. I'm confusion right now. I'm confusion. How you
Tell
walk
me
up
about
to
it.
how you walk up in the hood in the pitch black dark
Mm-hmm.
with rocks in your shoe, like whatever,
Yeah,
and you ain't scared. But you walk up to a white family and you like,
yeah, yeah.
what do I
Because
say?
it's normal. Like it's normal, bro. Hey, it's normal. You know, like, bro, we be sitting here just like this, right? And you hear like pop, pop, pop. You like, oh, where that at? You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
I don't even know.
Because you know it's
I don't
not
even care if
next
it's
to
a
you.
gun.
Yeah,
right.
listen, you know it's over there, and you ain't. You're like, yo, what's that? You know what I'm saying? And you looking, it just becomes normal. The custody was normal. I felt as though in my mind, I'm better than that custody. So I have no problem talking to
Oh.
you. But when that family pops up in that new Benz and they jump out and they look like they proper, they look well educated, I don't feel better than you. I feel like you got one
You
up on
just
me.
said something. You just said something you didn't feel. So
Oh.
that tapped into a negative emotion.
Yeah.
And man, something I was teaching this past week was that trigger when negative emotion sets in and it interrupts your destiny. Because you see the destiny in the finished work in your mind. But when you look at your subjectivity, your reality, it brings a negative emotion because I'm not living and experiencing what I see in my mind. It produces fear. And somewhere in there, your emotions and your intellect has to come together to move past the petrifiedness of being fearful.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
And it
100.
happens like that. It
Yeah.
it happens like that.
And that's why in sales, right? That's why in sales, I don't really train on like fancy word tracks. It's
Yeah.
more getting you to understand who you are and how could you best execute in this space. Because when you feel like, yo, I am him, like I'm him. I don't care what the salesperson, I'm him. You know what I mean? And when you start to get that feeling with you, bro, like you talk different. You talk with different levels of clarity. You talk like, yo, you trying to stump me. This is funny. This is a big game. Bro, you're not gonna kill me and I'm not going to jail. Bro, we going all in right now. You will not win.
I'm not going to jail.
You see what I'm saying? What do I have
That's
to
the
be afraid of?
motivation.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
yo, that's what really did it for me. When I said to
And you can't call
myself,
the
like, yo,
cops, nigga.
I'm not going to jail, and you're not going to kill me, and I don't have to kill you. Bro, I'm solid right now. I don't care what we got to go through. I promise you, I'm getting my money out of your pocket, legally and ethically. You see what I'm saying? Like
Bro,
that's
I
that,
think
that's
I
the big
think
thing.
hey, I think you should leave all adults alone and go start a car business in Chicago.
Man, look
nigga.
ahead.
You know what I'm
Look,
saying? Like that
it
should
don't
be
matter. Look, he
that
can
should
go to
be a
Chicago.
bro. That should be a program that every kid, when they come out of juvenile hall, they gotta go sell cars.
Q.
Bro, game
And
changer.
before they sell the
Come on,
cars, they
man.
gotta stand there and juice their lips first before
Yeah,
they
they gotta
start popping
juice
the
things
tops.
lips, bro. You can't
Hey,
go on the lot. Look, you can't go on the lot without juice lips, bro. It's
hey,
not
listen, hold
possible.
on. Watch
It's
this
not
though. Watch this.
possible.
Do they have to juice the lips, or do they have to have the confidence to be in public and say, hey, I got to
There you
juice my
go.
joints?
There you go. Because
It's,
it's about to
yo,
go down.
it's
It's
the
about to go down.
confidence.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
yo,
the
do you
confidence.
understand? Yo, do you understand, bro? You know, like it's that conversation piece. Yo, I be saying I be talking to
You rule
customers
the
like, "What up,
nation.
bro?" Yo, yo, confidence sells, man. Confidence sells. It's not, yo,
Hey,
it's not.
look at
Can you say it? It's can you say it with confidence and conviction?
Right.
oh, hey,
Right.
preach. He
Yeah.
just put us in our place. He said confidence sales. So sometimes when
Yes.
my lips is chapped, I'm like,
You ain't got no
I don't,
confidence, Q.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
No, and they be
Yeah.
like, they be like, your lips is good, but you feel your lips is dry, so you lacking confidence. He was like, yo, I'm a
Right.
salesman, bro. I'm gonna be confident this
I'm
whole
about to
call.
juice the
Like
lips. It's part of the process.
what it is.
Hey, it take a look. Lick your fingers, spread out the eyebrows.
You gotta hit it with the two, like the Hey, you know what? It's crazy, man. I be sitting there talking to somebody. I pull my joint. I be like, yo, hold on. They feel. I be like, yo, they feel like they're hurting. They about to hurt in a minute. Give me 1 second. They be like, oh my God, you use that too? I be like, oh yeah, my wife put me on. I like that. And it's a
Yeah.
conversation. Hey, yo, listen,
Yeah.
anything
Hey,
you're
if it
uncomfortable with, learn how to turn it into a laughing point, a conversation point, something that tips the scale in your favor. You see what I'm saying? Like anytime I feel like I feel threatened, and it happens, right? I used to get in front of people their income's 500,000 a month. I mean a year, right? And I'm sitting here, and I'm at the time I'm in finance. I'm making like 180, 190, right? And they're making 500. Why was I feeling why was I feeling like I was under them? So I used to be so intimidated and be afraid to pitch product and everything else. And then one day I just said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm just going to figure out what they don't know so that I get confidence by proving that I know something they don't know, and that will help me with the presentation. So I used to always ask questions, get in the conversation. As soon as I found something that I knew that they didn't, boom, I'm right here now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to understand like your strengths and your weaknesses, bro, and then use them all to your advantage.
Bro, that's like a art of war type of skill set right there. Like
That's all I know.
you put people on a level playing field, and now I can easily switch the advantage over to my side, and next thing you know, you buying a car from me, and I got your $500,000 in
That's it.
payments. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Right.
so like, what is the transformation that a person has to go through spiritually to receive, like, to understand that they are more than who they see themselves at this moment? Because I know a lot of people, I mean, especially in the content creation space, I don't know why, but a lot of people are just asking like, why and who am I? I even start following this someone that's completely out of my social space as far as like content. She's a Filipino American, but she makes this content of like questions that she would ask her younger self. And
Right.
you can tell it's like it's in search of her finding who she is, but she's making the content is helping other people find who they are. And I see a lot of people not actually knowing where to go or how to find that or what to dig into. So like how to even start that process so they can get to a place where they're comfortable and they have the confidence that P is talking about, but they also know why they're doing it and who they are while they're doing it.
Man, that's a good question. One of the first things I always go to is that self-awareness piece, man. You have to question yourself, right? You have to interrogate yourself, and then authenticity. You got to be true to what you find. You know, you got to convict yourself of what you found, and then remain true to what you found. In that, you're gonna find out that you have some strengths, right? In that, you're gonna find out that you've been manufacturing a weakness because you've been trying to force in your life what God left out. And so the thing is, God don't give you God don't give you weaknesses. God only give you strengths and talents. He only give you talents. The problem is we try to use what he didn't give us because we're looking at somebody else. And so we'll try to force in what God left out. Then that's how you manufacture a weakness. You only have a weakness when you try to lean on a non-talent for success. Something God didn't give you. You got a strength when you use that talent and that gift. And so when we can settle you on where your talents are and you are enough with that talent, and there's a need for that in this world, doesn't matter how many people doing it, right? Nobody can do it like you. And you use that ingenuity, you use your imagination on what you can do and put some effort behind it, put some attention to it. Listen, there's nothing you can't do. It only takes 2 skills if you're willing and you're able.
Bro,
that's it.
Come
if you're
on,
willing and
Preech.
able, right? So man, we take that, man, and we empower people, man, on where they are. One of the biggest things I say, Superman came from planet Krypton, right? Everybody on Krypton could fly. Everybody on Krypton was more power than a locomotive. Everybody on Krypton was more speedier than a speeding bullet, right? But when he took that and came to Earth, and because when he starts seeing, man, my natural power is super here, and because I'm connected and know where my natural strengths are, I'm gonna walk around and blend in as Clark Kent. But when it's time to lean in my strength, can't nobody beat me being me. So if I gotta go in the telephone booth to change out and go do what I do, then I'm gonna go to the telephone booth. You gotta know where your go-to is. You gotta know where your go-to is, man. I'm sorry, you gotta know. I don't care what it is, the situation. I already know, man. When I walk in a situation, I don't care who it is, just like P just said, man, when you know how to flip that conversation to for that confidence to raise up, I'm gonna find that one thing we got in common, and I'm about to go 100% on that one thing. I'm going 100 in on that one. And man, what I'm intimidated for, I know who I am. Man, when you know who you are, you cannot be intimidated. I'm sorry. I know who I am, and I'm gonna stand flat-footed on it.
I've actually today I actually got to witness someone actually demonstrate that type of power. My fiance, she was just like, because she works in the medical space and she has a home health care facility in a sober living facility, and she works with Access as a insurance company out here on the West Coast. So like someone was like talking to her on the phone, and it was like, hey, yo, what if the insurance people come and what if these people come? She was like, are they not human? do they not shit like I shit? Like, what are you talking about scared? Like, I know who I am. Like, if they come there, I'm gonna answer every question they got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hide from any of their questions. And if they say I'm doing it wrong, I'm gonna say, how do I fix it?
Right.
What do I have to be scared for? What type of fear do I need to possess if I know exactly who I am? I know my business. I ain't punching people in the alleyway with the custies like Pierre was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I gotta be scared for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not about to go to jail, huh, Q?
I'm not going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm just saying. So, no, but it's dope that you that you're speaking on that, because when you see that actually exemplified in someone else's life, and then it's confirmation. So I
So
know. Go ahead.
let me share this. Let me share this because what happened last week was real, and I'm gonna share this with you guys. I was in Point Clear, Alabama. I had to do a day and a half training on emotional intelligence. 200 plus people in the room,
Mm.
and it's just me. And the majority of the people in the room, 60 and older. The majority. I had to take ownership of that room and keep them locked in for 12 hours.
What?
12 hours. Think about this now. 200 plus, it's just me. And we on emotional intelligence. And I got to keep them locked in for 12 hours, 8 hours one day, 4 hours the next.
Mm.
And when I walked to that room, there was some fear. And like Pierre said, man, you got to find a way to conquer that fear. And you got to do it quick. You don't have time to play with it. You gotta know, okay, either we're gonna take flight or we're gonna lock in. So what I did for me to make me comfortable, after I set up, I went and stood in the foyer and started greeting the people as they went in.
Yeah.
And one gentleman locked in and having a quick conversation with me. And I said, oh yeah, he's gonna be my go-to at the time of need. He's gonna be my go-to. And what I did, man, in this, I learned something about myself, y'all, in that training.
What's that?
I learned QP, that was really my sweet spot, man. It was really my sweet spot. I took them on a journey for 12 hours. It wasn't just training, it was a journey. I took them from point A to Z, man. And it was watch this. I trained on emotional intelligence while telling my story.
That easy. Not that easy.
But it made it easy for me. It kept them engaged. And in the process, I had benchmarks for learning to see where we were. And it was fun, it was humorous, and we had activities. But man, I actually took them on a 12-hour journey of storytelling on emotional intelligence where I was vulnerable, telling them my story. And man, it connected, and I learned something about myself. I was like, "Ooh, I think I found something. I think I just found something." And so now to move from the consultant to really dominate this corporate space as the corporate trainer, man, that's where I'm headed. And one thing about this journey, y'all, you could be doing a thing, and if it's not the thing, it'll lead you to the thing.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Say that again, bro.
Yep.
If you're doing a thing, it may not be the thing, but it'll lead you to the thing. And man, I think I done struck gold on the thing. Yeah. I think I hit that sweet spot, man. Because if I can hold for 12 hours, man, and they wasn't ready to go.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
P,
absolutely.
What's on your mind, P? Because there's something that I want to say in regards to me being a content creator and why I find this so valuable. But what's on your mind, P?
Yeah, when he was talking, man, it just with the strengths, and leading, right? You have individuals, and what most of us do is we identify what we think is a strength, and sometimes we're right, and then our emotions tell us what our weaknesses are, and we get emotional about it, and we avoid the weaknesses. The weaknesses aren't meant to be there for you to avoid and hide. They're meant for you to expose and use to your advantage, right? What I mean by it is I know my strengths. I know I'm in and out, solid, 100%, right? And I'm probably missing a couple, right? That somebody else will see and they'll tell me, like C told me I should be doing sales training years ago. And I said, nah, bro, I don't know how to do it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
when I'm sitting there and I'm selling, I'm asking questions and I'm keeping you in my strength. I'm letting you know I'm the guru in this space. This is what I do. We're in sales. I'm selling you. I know this about the product. I know this about the industry. I know this. I'm building so much confidence in you, right? That you're looking at me like, oh my God, I'm so glad I got to work with you. And I'm in my mind, I'm waiting for the opportunity and I'm creating the opportunity for me to use my weaknesses to create trust with you, right? So it almost sounds misleading, but I'm doing it because I'm really to create the trust. I know that there's some things I just don't know. But
Mm.
because I gave you all this information up front, I already helped you, gave you solutions up front. I'm gonna, when you start to ask, I'm like, you know what, we got to talk about this now. And we got to go here and you're gonna ask me some questions. I'm like, oh, I never heard that one. Why? Because you're in my weakness zone now. And I'm gonna say to you, you know what? This is something that we're gonna find out together because really, I'm probably like 80% sure, but I don't want to give you 80. I want to give you 100. So let's find out together. Let's get everything else there. And they're like, oh my God, thank you for being so honest. Yo, you just
Mm.
touched the weak zone. And I got to figure this out with you. I haven't learned how to figure it out yet. And you're probably going to figure it out as we're going over it instead of me. So I'm using it to the advantage. I done blessed you. Now I'm exposing myself. You're cradling my exposure. Like, oh my God, don't worry, it's okay. Like, let's do it. Right. And now it's like, yo, we're moving this thing forward. So don't hide the weakness. Figure out how you can lead with the strengths and dribble and like drizzle the weaknesses in there and use them to your advantage. Because if you know it's a weakness, that means you got time. You have weeks, you have months, you have years to figure out how to make that weakness really make you look like, yo, you're human and you're a superstar. You know what I'm
And
saying? So that's how I look at it.
all you did, and it's typical what you need to do with the weakness, right? You either
Yeah.
build a system to help you in it, or you delegate it, or you earn the right to hire somebody to do what you can't do. What you do, Pete,
Ooh.
you got a system. The system is, you know what? I don't know right now, but we're gonna figure it out together. That's the system.
System.
It
And it's an
look,
empowering system
I'm
too, because if you
right,
help me figure something out, bro, I'm like, yo, I got the juice. You know what I'm saying? I did that. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. Man,
and
that's
we're
good. That's
and
good.
we're all laughing together, right? We're all laughing together at that point, and you don't feel like I'm 100% scripted, right? Because anytime in sales, bro, we go somewhere, I'd be telling my wife, I'd be like, watch him say this, yeah, watch him say this now. I'd be like, yo, bro, I'd be like, yo, can you just be a little different? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't even like the approach. I don't even want to buy nothing now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
that's how I get because I get so frustrated because being in sales, people be like, salesmen are trash. They're mean, they're conniving, they're scam artists. Bruh, no, the majority of us are not. The ones
Mm.
that don't understand what their duty is, you know what I'm saying? If you don't understand what your job is, what your role is, yes, you're trash because that's the only way you can get by. But one thing he said to me, bro, when I started speaking, he said, yo, don't use your voice to take advantage of people. So
Mm.
if I have a skill set in sales, yo, don't become great at sales and use your skill set to get over on the customer. Don't use your skill set to get over on your wife, your kids. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your skill set to better the people and also better yourself on the back end. So I'm bettering
Mm.
myself on the back end and bettering everybody else up front. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am.
And so, like, this to speak on like both of you guys' points. Like, first, with Preach, like the process of you taking people on a journey for 12 hours. Like, that's one of the reasons why I love being a content creator and and also having the science behind it, because I'm once I actually film it, I actually also get to take in the content over and over and over again. But then also, like, it's dope watching y'all do y'all thing. Like, it's dope seeing the people go through a 12-hour journey. It's dope seeing them go through their emotions. Like, I think I've been blessed in so many ways of seeing people being transformed in so many different environments. Like, from people in Netherlands, like all white people being transformed by a black dude that been in prison for 29 years, like literally crying dead ass tears, from hearing Preach saying that he was in a room for 12 hours actually walking through a journey with somebody, from hearing you talk about how you help somebody build confidence and actually empower them, like filming that stuff, like be like the stuff
So
like
Q,
that, huh?
check this out, Q. It was your video that let me see me, man, in a way I never saw me.
Hmm.
And you probably don't even remember Vegas. Remember Vegas when you
I
came to
remember
Vegas
Yeah.
and they put us in that room with those 25 top salesmen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, you shot a clip of me talking to a guy that was a hot S,
Mm.
and I spoke to him, loosened him up, and everybody kind of laughed. You could hear the laugh in the background. You could hear him responding to what I was saying. Man, that clip at the time, Q, was the most viewed clip I had ever had, number one. And
Mm.
for the first time, man, you captured something in a way that I saw my talent capture a room of multimillionaires.
Mm.
And that's when I noticed, man, I really have something. But if it wasn't for your gift
Yeah.
to pull that clip out,
Mm.
you see what I'm saying, man? It's your vision, it's your hearing, it's your seeing to know what to pull out and illuminate that captures the viewers, man, to say, oh, that was it, to make me feel like I was actually there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that, man? What's that process like for you that you can put something out and make the viewer seem like I was there? I can feel that emotion. I can feel what was going on at that time.
Before I
What's
comment
your
on that,
process?
before I comment on that, I want to say that I'm highly upset that somebody else is considered a number two after seeing that, after being in that situation. Um, don't get me started. I don't care, bro. Don't nobody pay my bills. Don't do me. So at first I want, hey,
You
I ain't
had to
gonna,
get that off your
hey, look it, I ain't gonna cap. The whole time you was saying, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm like, nigga, I was in the room, bruh. I'm like, bro, I was there.
right,
Yeah, no
I
evil, say
seen
no
what
evil.
happened. If it was an audition,
right.
nigga, I seen what happened. If it was a tryout, I seen what happened, bro. I, what?
Carry on. Carry on.
Hey, you know
Carry
what,
on.
P, I can't even argue with him because he wasn't. I'm the
So
one who got it there.
yeah, shout out to
Hey,
Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Yeah,
Tiffany.
shout out to
She
Tim. Yeah, shout out
Texas.
to Tim.
You know what
listen,
I'm saying?
I think I was either in the car with Quan. We was either sitting somewhere in the car or we was on the phone as that was going back and forth. As that was
Oh
going
yeah,
back and forth before he left, we was actually sitting there. Yeah, now I remember I wasn't in the
P,
state, but I
Pierre,
was I
it
was
was
on the other
so
end with
much.
Quan when it started.
Pierre, it was so much going on, man. It was so
Man,
much going on in that
we
in that
gonna have an
short time.
episode where we just talk about like where you know what I'm saying? We just gonna have to tell some stories and blow out some names. Cause
Man,
bro,
it was so much going on in that moment, man.
some of y'all people owe me some money.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. You know what? You know what's crazy though? Watch this, man. You know, I bet you, you made out better, right? Because you got paid. You just got paid in a different way. And
Yeah.
it's just like we look at it. There's
Oh,
certain things we
relationship.
need to happen in life to spark fires, right? There's certain
Ooh,
things we need to happen in life to get
ooh,
us to start looking at things differently. And now, bro, I promise you, I am so much just me, right? I am so much just me. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna talk like I want. I'm gonna walk like I want. I'm gonna do the content I want. And I never being coming from my hood, bro. Like where I come from, we never look for a seat at any table. It's
right.
all about creating a table. And I think I know one of the downsides for me is trying to find a seat at a table because I think I gotta alter myself. I gotta
Mm,
change myself. When, bro, you know what? The world is looking for me. The
Mm.
right.
world isn't looking for the for a different me in this form. The world is looking for me just as I am. But until I was ready to say, I am the one who can stand in my shoes and create my table and be in my table and my world will never come. You see what I'm
Wow.
saying? So we got to go through things, man. So I don't look at it like I ain't missed no opportunity. I used to say that like, man, I missed the opportunity, or this happened, this happened. Nah, bro. It's meant for me to be me because that's how I feel comfortable. And I build my own table. And then I look and I'm like, yo, look at this. Wow, this looks phenomenal. That's what I want.
I'm gonna answer Preach questions, but I'm curious. Like, why do you think we do that? Like, why do you think when we grow up with a certain mentality and a certain mindset that, you know what I'm saying, we come from a place and we've made it, but when we get to another environment, we forget about how strong we actually are. Like, why do you think that comes up and happens?
Because where we come from, we wasn't trying to create anything. We was trying to fit in. So when we get older and we move on, we're just looking for a new place to fit in, right? And we don't want to go against the grain. We don't want to be singled out. We just want to fit in. This is why we twist our fingers and we're in our hood, right? And we do this. We want to be a part of. Yo, what do you mean? And it's crazy because when you become a part of, you want to be the head. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why not just come and say, yo, I'm going to be the head and I'm going to create this. That's where we don't have the confidence because all we ever did was be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you ain't got to be a part of, bro. Go find you and the people that come. Yo, do you understand? I didn't even know how to. I didn't know how to be around anybody that wasn't hood without being like, yo, they corny. But at the end of the day,
I
the
remember those
corny
times.
the corny information is the information I needed because I already got all the hood information. But if I keep
Mhm.
avoiding the corny information, how do I merge the two? How do I even see what I already know? Because a lot of the corny stuff I know, I just put a little sprinkle of hood on it. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, bro, we just mind screw ourselves, and
Yeah,
we
like
want to
juice
be a
lips.
part of. Nah, we don't. Nah, forget being a. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't be a part of. Quan got something. Yo, I'm in. What's up? Yo, Preach got something. I'm in. What's up? But you always got to keep you. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
always got to keep you, and don't be afraid to say, "Yo, I'm in." And what I do is going to benefit you, but I want to know how this relationship is a give take, right? Because I'm a giver
Mm.
and I'm a taker. I'm going to give you anytime we talk, bro. I'm going to give you something, but I promise, I'm going to take something too. But if I'm always
Mm.
giving, and you ain't got nothing for me to take, or you're not making anything available for me to take, bruh, this is a one-sided relationship. It's not even a relationship. I gotta go.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Man.
yeah.
Nah,
I
I
think
love that. There was a few things that so I want to answer Preach question. So there's a few things that you said. Like, what I think what has helped me is that I remove myself and I look at every event as something new. Like, when I had the mindset like you're having in regards to what you're doing, when I was like, okay, you got to give me something back. I don't think the true vision of what I was trying to create was actually coming across because I actually wasn't tapped in more so with the story and the transformation that was actually happening in front of me. I was more so tapped into the content creation aspect. So when I had that transition of mindset where I'm actually blessed enough to have picked up a camera, had went to Atlanta, had reached out with some people. Now for the rest of my life, I get to see in real time people's life being transformed. I think I think I'm so blessed, bro. I be knowing people finna pop before they pop. Like there's interviews and certain things that I've done and I literally was like, yo, that's finna hit. Like, yo, that's finna hit. Like, Big Hit just got out of prison. I was the first person to interview Big Hit when he came out. When Hit Boy was talking about how he wasn't doing no albums, how nothing. 5 months later, him and Nas dropped 5 albums. Hit Boy, everybody. I'm like, bro, I knew it was gonna happen. Like when I was filming it, because like I was more in tune with what was happening as far as the interview, the conversation. I wasn't like, just get this shot, just get this. I gotta have my shot list. I gotta have that. When I threw all that away, and I was like, not only can I see what's happening in front of me, I actually want to actually see it. I actually want to be involved in it. And I don't want to actually be transformed once I actually watch the content. I want to be transformed in the same time as these people are being transformed. So I'm actually intentionally like locked in listening. Like that's how I get every shot. That's how 5 minutes before, that's how when the event's in, I still have a shot that was 5 minutes before the event in the recap before the event is over. The recap is already done because I actually was in there the whole, like I was there the whole time. So I don't need to understand the emotion because I was there. So I think that's what the secret sauce is when it came to the transformation in my content creation process. It was actually not just looking at it as a job, but as an opportunity that God was giving me, and actually trying to go through the same process that these people are paying thousands of dollars for. That's another thing I had to realize. I was like, yo, this person just paid $5,000 into the room. Like, they see some type of value. I know I've been hanging out with this dude for a long time, but obviously they know something that I don't know because they paid $5,000 and I only asked for $5,000. So, I mean, God tells us, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but definitely in this season, it's better to give than receive because, I mean, we just have to put seeds in the ground. And that's the way that we're going to actually reap our harvest. So I look at every opportunity as me creating content as a seed. Like, I don't look at it as nothing else. I'm like, bro, I know if I create this and I don't focus on the content part of it, but I focus on how can I be of value on the strategy side of it, then I know that seed I planted, now I got the water, I got the sun. Like, bro, I don't want to just have the seed. That's the video. That's the audio. This is when it's over with. Once I hit stop record on this podcast, that's the seed. Now I want to have the sunlight. I want to have, you know what I'm saying, this, I want to have that. So now that's why I created the brand Omni Social. Like, people, bro, God be doing crazy things, bro. Like, I don't know how he do it, but he puts all these different analogies in the way of my content creation process to be like, bro, there's a stronger reason why you're doing this. Like, there's a reason why you was the one that went to Attica, nigga. Like, somebody else could have went. Like, anybody with a camera could have went. Like, Andre Norman could have hired anybody with a camera. He got money. Like, but you were the one that went to all the prisons in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I allow you to experience this. So when you sit in a room with 200 people that Preech is taking through a 12-hour process, you know what's going on. You can feel it. You're in tune because you went through some of the harshest situations and seen them transform, and went through some of the situations where, like, why would a black man be talking to women, like, to a whole bunch of white people in the Netherlands? You've seen all this, so you can understand all these emotions when it's coming and not be afraid of it and not be scared and not be like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Or, oh, that's weird. That person is crying, or that person is corny, or that person is dumb. And I'm actually fully in tune. I'm like, that's why when Preech was actually talking up there at UCLA, I'm like, ooh, I'm not, it's not the fact that I just have my camera on. It's the fact that I know what's going to happen because I'm in tune. And that was the whole transformation in what got me to this level. So yeah, that's how it works,
so watch this real quick, right? Just to clear up the give and take. So, you know how you said, yeah, Dre could have took anybody, right? But he took you. That's the give and take. The give is you giving your service. You gave your service, right? So people that I'm only going to see like one time, I'm not in the give and take. I'm in the giving. I'm giving you, right? But when I'm sitting here and I'm communicating with y'all, I'm not just going to you like, yo, Quan, boom, can you answer this? And I'm never giving. I'm not here to just take from you. I'm not here to just take from Preech. I want to give the both. So you gave Dre the ill camera. Dre gave you the ill opportunity. So you gave and you took. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm saying the give take, I'm talking about people you're going to allow to have in your life on a regular basis. People that you're going to talk to maybe once a week, even twice a month. You see what I'm saying? Like, every time we talk, I can't just be giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be a give take. That's what I'm talking about with that. So your clients, you're giving them a phenomenal service. And now because you're giving them a phenomenal service, you're getting in the room and you're taking away phenomenal information. You see what I'm saying? So it's a give and take. That's what I'm a giver and I'm a taker. That's what I mean.
See, look, that's why you the salesman, bro. Because that right there.
Well, both of y'all just dropped some clips, boy. Y'all just dropped some fire.
Man, that was that changed my perspective. Like, because now I feel like I'm not giving the same respect back to what they're giving me. Like, it sounds like I almost like devalue what I was taking from them because I felt like I was giving more, type of thing. So that changed my perspective right there. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, heck yeah. Man, so Preech, man, before we get ready to wrap this up, I mean, we introduced ourselves, we had some fun on this call. It's definitely gonna get more interesting as we go on because I mean, who never knows what's gonna be said when we get.
We got so much more to impact, man.
You know,
so much
like,
more.
Stories,
y'all got me excited, man.
Hey, look, we gotta like go back in the day and like, yo, like tell some
I don't
stories
know,
that,
man,
like,
because
really
we go
hear,
back.
bro.
We go back, man. Look.
Like, hey,
Juicy.
I get it. Look at, hey, bro, juice the lips, bro, because it's go get juicy. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we gonna open up the podcast every time with Pierre
We
juicing
all
the
gotta
lips.
have our Carmex, man. We
Hey,
gotta.
look at that might be the first brand deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We
You know
about
what
to
I'm
juice
saying?
the lips because it's about to get the popping.
Hey, you can't.
I'm just trying to be intentional.
Look, you can't transform lives. You can't create content. You can't sell nothing without juice lips.
That's
Look,
it.
that's the that's the go. Hey, yo, so look at, hey, I appreciate y'all time, but like I said, before we wrap up, man, is there anything that you want to share with the people? Like, this is like, I know we this is a conversation. This is blessing us as much as the people that's actually going to listen to it is going to bless them as well. But is there anything that you want to leave people with from you that's going to help them follow out the rest of this week?
Man, my thing is right now that I'm big on, man. It may not be your season, but it's your turn. So expect some doors to open because we're in this season of open doors. So expect this season to have a season uh of unexpected things that's gonna happen that you've been praying for, that you've been planning. It's not your season, but it's your turn. So some stuff about to happen quickly, and all I'm saying is be prepared for it. Be ready, because it's your turn. It's your turn. So be ready. Get ready because it's coming. We're in this season of open doors. So close the doors that need to be closed. So when that one open in front of you, when it's your turn, you ready to walk through that bad boy. That's what I got.
Yeah, I love it. Yo, listen, man, this is definitely that season. I want y'all, man. One of the things that really worked for me and it continues to work is I want you to write down, right? Write down, be very clear. What do you want this month, right? What do you want? What do you want this month? What do you want this year? And then I want you to start to listen to every conversation that you're in. And if the conversations that people are bringing to you are not connected with what it is you wrote down that you want, I want you to remove yourself from the conversations. It don't matter who it is, your mom's, your grandmom, your auntie, your uncle, brother, sister, best friend. And I want you to start to put yourself around people that keep you in the mindset of what it is you actually want. So all your conversations become meaningful, right? Because that's going to help you to stay disciplined. And when you can stay disciplined, you can now stay focused. If you lose discipline, what are you focused on? Nothing. Right? So write down what it is you want. Every conversation, be very clear. If it gets you away from it, get away from it because it breaks your discipline, which breaks your focus. And if any one of them things get broken, you're lost, right? Now's not the season to get lost.
Man, now it's not the season to get lost.
Love it.
And that's what I want people to do is I want people, and when it comes to creating content, I want you to actually remember your core message. Remember why you started. Remember why you're creating content, why you're transforming lives, and let it naturally be released in your content. Don't try and be like anyone else when it comes to content creation because you're gonna get to a place in that role where you're asking, why am I doing this? You're not gonna have any fruits of your labor of posting thousands or hundreds of videos if you're not knowing or not sticking true to your real reason why. And I think after hearing conversations from Preech and after hearing conversations from P today, I think you're really gonna get the transformation that you needed. Listening to this podcast and listen to these fellas speak because it's really valuable information because it comes from a tried and true process that they actually have to put themselves through to actually get here. And I can't say that I'm more blessed to call these my homies, my friends, and yo, this is the Triple Threat Podcast, man. We creators, we're sellers, you know what I'm saying? And we doing everything all and above and transforming lives. And this is what it is. I love y'all. Y'all got anything to say, man, before we wrap this up? We got to figure out how we going to end this because, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I ain't good at everything.
Look, this just came to my mind. Mind your P's and Q.
Mind your P's and Q. And that's all we got, y'all.
Yeah.